There we are. Better late than never.
Yeah. I had a power outage literally when I was writing comments to all of you. And then Dad had a computer update. So, that's how it's going here in California. It's getting a little it's not too bad right now, but it's been as bad as windy as I've seen it here. We got a good 50, 60 mile an hour gust going.
Yeah, gnarly. Ah, man, yeah. Crypto Mountain Man. Yeah, happy Sunday, everybody. Becky, she was here at least. Maybe she's still in the house.
Yep.
See a bunch of people. Robert Driscoll, XRP Golden Age. Cody, the Code Man's always in the house, of course. Chris 88. Hi, guys.
Hey, everybody. We got Peaky the Slave at Northern. What's up, Justin? I don't have any inside scoop on. I was looking for some on Stronghold. Do you have any inside scoop, Dad?
I don't. Sorry. Been crazy around here. I got all kinds of other angles I've been working on though. But
nice.
Yeah, some good fun. Northern Living, yeah, brother. There you are.
Yeah, Slave. All the exchanges we could think of for ISDA are crypto.com, and I saw that FTX was added in 2021, but who knows now?
Yeah.
Who knows their fate now?
Can you guys see me at all?
Yeah, I can see you well.
As long as you can hear me, that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
So we got Brent, not that Brent, the other Brent in the house.
What's up, other Brent? Much love, man.
Other Brent. I've got 2 feet of snow. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's a wet one. You got more coming, girl. I got news for you. It's pouring here right now. It's coming your way. Brent's going, Mammoth next week, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So they're getting.
Let's go.
There you go.
Let's go.
It's a big ski resort here in the state. Brent grew up there. I used to live there. They got, I don't know. I didn't check their snow report. They were expecting
over this at least 5 feet this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's snowing in Bishop right now, Dad.
Is it really?
It's snowing in Bishop. So it's snowing,
yeah,
3,000 feet below the mountain line.
Well, Bishop's
so we're going to get a lot of precipitation, everybody. It's coming to you.
Yeah. More coming. My pigs look more like hippopotamus today, which they don't really seem to. Okay, no problem. It's a little harder to feed them and get around the pens and whatnot, but yeah. Yep. Yeah, Becky, I've actually skied at Big Sky one day, and the other day was a driving snowstorm to the level of like sideways action I'd never seen before. Well, I've seen it only on the top of Mammoth Mountain at 11,000 feet, look like that before. Yeah, it was gnarly. Big Sky is good fun, but yeah. So what's everybody into? What's you guys wanting to talk about? I want to start this off because our favorite president, maybe not your favorite president, but somebody's favorite president, the old guy that falls asleep a lot, falls downstairs, can't ride a bike, all those guys, that guy in particular.
Doesn't finish sentences.
He came out with his, so he came out with his big statement that 2% of all the US electricity is used on Bitcoin. And he wants everybody who mines Bitcoin to register. And if you don't register immediately, it's a $10,000 fine for every day you haven't registered. I mean, I don't know about the rest of you, but the very first thing that crossed my mind was the word Nazi. It just came to my mind. I don't even understand what else. I was like, interesting. Like, he's never said that about any other thing. But yet people still try to tell me, oh, you know, the US government's behind Bitcoin, Alan, right? You know that they're going to rug pull you one day, right, Alan? You know that Homeland Security created the whole thing, right, Alan? And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Like, they're clearly not in favor of what's going on with, shall we say, decentralized money. So, yeah.
So they use
and by the way, it's not even remotely close to 2%, by the way. And let me say this while I'm still on it. It's over 65% of it is renewable sourced. Just jumped 5% this year, just in the last month. 65%, where the rest of the nation is less than 15% renewable sourced. So just think about that, guys. It's going to be at 100% renewable sourced electricity before the people that are saying it's used too much electricity that want everybody to go green. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have power there or something?
No, it's probably gonna go out. Y'all might lose me. That's what I want to talk about too, Dad. So the Energy Information Administration. What?
Yeah. Nothing. Elizabeth's about to come in and say goodbye to everybody. She's going on a road trip. She's going to see you, Brent, or your neck of the woods.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hi, it's a party.
Hello. Get in here.
It's a party.
What's happening? I gotta look.
Nice. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
You guys live?
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Free electricity. Oh, the solar is at 84.
Oh, okay, good.
So I didn't switch it over yet, just because we're kind of on.
Perfect.
You know how it is, so you can switch it later.
Yeah. Yeah, road trip in this mess. Yeah, it's going to be good fun. But
stand by for the phone calls, Brent.
Yeah, you might be receiving a call.
Okay.
From Elizabeth.
Yeah, sounds good.
Where's mine? Are you flooded over there? I got to go to slow. I got to go to CMC.
Oh, wow.
San Luis Obispo, for those of you who don't know what slow is.
Yeah, my client just called and said it's all flooded. I didn't hear anything from Brent about it being flooded.
Yeah.
It's just, it's really windy. Like, be really careful driving.
Yeah.
Damn.
The whole state's.
All right.
Yeah.
Keep going. I'm just going to do some planning.
Hi, Betty. Right?
That's right.
Safe travels, everybody's saying. Hello, Elizabeth. Yeah.
My client just called. Yeah, that was the client, remember? He's like, don't come just for my brother.
Yeah.
It's for somebody else's brother, too.
Duty calls.
Yeah.
You have to get your job done, right? Duty calls. So Brent, what did you have on the power?
So the Energy Information Administration launched an emergency probe about a week ago. Now, when I hear the term emergency probe, I think I've been backed up a couple days, and we got to get something in there, see what's going on. We gotta fix this. Something that needs to be fixed. This example, because it clearly looks like, they don't want more money going into Bitcoin because it makes it harder for them to control the levers. The example that we always use is, you can take your debit card or your credit card and you can go put it all on red in Vegas right now. It's the same thing with our energy. We can, plug in 10 hair dryers in
Yeah.
our house right now and start running that. And so, okay, energy consumption and all that. Okay, let's just lean on that it is a lot. And it is considerable, but we are also helping create a asset that is just a totally different class that actually brings value and especially in trade value to all of us.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing that is attacked. Does anybody else here know of any other thing that that gets this type of attack? And
No.
I would also argue the other side, Dad, that it could be the perfect plot. As much as I don't think that it's this total government creation and they clearly don't have a handle on it, it could also be the perfect
Yeah.
plan. It could be the complete. Let's just bait them all in, and then shut the door, and we'll make the rest of them look really ridiculous. I don't think that's what's going on, but
No,
I
that
don't
can't be
trust.
what's going on.
I don't trust these people at all.
No.
So we gotta,
And
keep your head on a swivel here. Emergency probe. You've got to be
Yeah.
kidding me. You got to be kidding me.
yeah,
That's
it's one of those things. It's really difficult because remember what was it when we started this channel? One of the first episodes you and I did was about China banning mining, right? And what do we know about that? Well, their hash is through the roof. It went way down to where it was like less than 10% of all Bitcoin mining. And now it's all the way up to like 30% of Bitcoin mining when it was at like 60. So it's already coming back, even though it's banned. Like the audacity of some old man who can't even keep a sentence straight to publicly come out and say that I'm going to ban or you're using too much electricity for this. Meanwhile, creating wars all over the face of the planet using electricity is so absurd to a level that it's like everybody's just scratching their head going, anyone that doesn't know anything about crypto right now is probably going, well, maybe they should really look into that. But anybody that knows anything about crypto is like, every time you try to ban marijuana or teenage sex or alcohol, it never goes well for you people. You always end up looking more like idiots than ever before. So why don't you just quit trying to tell the world what to think, which is exactly what they're trying to do, is tell the whole world, oh, Bitcoin bad. China said it 3 years ago, Bitcoin bad. How did that work out? It didn't. Globally, it's the hash graph, the hash on Bitcoin is higher than it's ever been in the history of Bitcoin. What does that tell you? That means electronically or digitally, there's nothing they can do to stop it. So what they're going to try and do is keep slowing it down. It's not a stop it because they know they can't. They're like, well, let's slow it down and make people more nervous than ever before because our guys, BlackRock and the rest of them, haven't bought enough of it yet. That's kind of what I saw from it. I was like, this corporate move to say that, how does Wall Street come out and pass, what was it, 11, Brent? 11 ETFs.
Mm-hmm.
It's completely taxable income, like legal, but you can't mine it. When people are making, it's an industry making billions of dollars a year for the mining companies. But let's remember, guys, 90% of all those mining companies are in which state? Uh-oh, I smell something rotten. It's in Texas is all the mining. Why do they want to give miners a black eye when 90% of your miners are all in one state? There you go. Like, there's a lot of moving parts here, and they're not at all being honest with the U.S. citizens once again about what the whole thing's about. And globally, if they were to ever try and maybe abolish or ban it in the U.S., it would explode. It is exploding. We talked about on the show. Russia just opened $1 billion mining facility. Africa, $1 billion mining facility being created. Well, let's remember what happened when China closed down. Texas built $1 billion mining facility. It's just going to go to where it's treated well. And that's the beauty of it. They can't stop it. It's like the air. Good luck. Good luck stopping that. They can ban you. They can try and ban you from mining it. But I don't know how they would ever do that. I really don't. Yeah. Anyway, that's good fun though. It's good fodder. It's for the media. For the media, yeah. That was a great point about the credit cards. When they said that you can't buy crypto with credit cards, was when I knew you should be buying crypto. I knew that it was going to be something really important in the future, because they didn't want you buying it.
Yeah, they don't want to snip.
It's $1 trillion industry. Yeah. Let's stop and think about this. Our economy isn't great. They're looking for aspects or avenues to generate business and money in America, right? Every country is. It's a, what is it, $1.7 trillion industry. Why are you treating it like the ugly stepchild? Other than fear. They fear it. I mean, there's no other answer to it. If you get big picture, it's pretty clear. Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Atlantic.
Yeah.
Canadians like us. My dad married one. We're all about it.
Yeah.
I haven't had the pleasure of going myself, but I would love to. I still want to see the island. Thank you for that comment. That was very nice.
Cody, great point. United Africa is the last thing Europe wants to see. They made that pretty clear when they dealt with Gaddafi, really, didn't they? Made that very clear. Yeah. Crypto mining is hot in Texas, Joanna. There's Joanna's in the house. Nice. We got XRP Slave. Sean, I don't see Sean in here this morning, but
Sean joined. He's in here.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
He sent. Sorry, Bruno has to say hello.
Young Bruno.
So, Sean, amongst many other people, have sent me a link to a group of people, and it's terrible, I can't remember their name, who's doing a documentary on XRP Army members. And Melissa sent me the link, and I looked them up today, and they haven't approached me, or I don't know if they've approached anybody in the chat. If they have, chime in there and let me know. It's kind of neat. I've just seen the trailer on X. Somebody sent that to me, and it was pretty cool. But I think we're gonna get our buddy Sean on there if we can. That'd be cool. If not, we're gonna do our own little documentary while we're in Vegas. If anybody in Vegas will have to hook up with us, and we're gonna do our own little documentary. So should be good fun.
Is it
XRP?
There you are.
Unleashed? I was just looking for it. What's it called, Dad? Is it XRP Unleashed?
I don't.
I want to say that's the name.
It's on my phone. I shut my phone off so I'd have better reception because my phone's sitting right here using the same bandwidth. I'll look it up. I'll catch it before the end of the show. Somebody could put it in there if they know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a movie trailer, right, Becky? It'll be on Netflix. Yeah, everybody seems to know what it is. But it's going to be cool. I mean, it seems like it's being done really well. So that'd be good fun. So,
yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it just for you, Becky.
Yeah.
That's I'm definitely making a video for you there. So if you want to do the live there, we'll try to make that work. Electricity.
Yeah, the whole electricity thing. I want to remind everybody who are big fans, which I am as well, pre-mined coin, that are proof of stake. I don't want to get too deep into this right now, but it's about 10 times easier to hack a staked coin than it is Bitcoin because of proof of work. And we've talked about that endless on this show, so I'm not going to really go into that, but that's a fact. That's not like when all you have is the internet and code can be cracked and broken. When you have something outside of internet, in other words, has to use electricity to mine it, you're creating a whole nother step that doesn't happen in staked coins. I'm not saying you can hack all staked coins. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is it is another element of security. And they don't want you doing any part of that. And electricity isn't our issue at all. I know a lot of people want to tell you, yeah, the environment and the rest of it. And then they want you all to use electrical stuff. And now they're claiming something that uses electric is the problem. You know, they're really, you know, I heard back to my buddy here who created a trailer in my hometown in the state of California where they claim that, you know, you want to go electric. He put electric heaters in his food trailer, and the California inspector came in and said, "Oh, why'd you make them electric? They should be propane." And he's like, "What are you talking about, man?" So he had to rip like $50,000 worth of heaters, broilers, and all kinds of things out of his trailer and make them all electric. And it just tells you the hypocrisy and the ignorance of our bureaucracy these days. They can't even keep their story straight. It's kind of sad, really. Yeah. Right, Becky? Let's make CO2 great again. By the way, without CO2, we wouldn't be here. We just wouldn't be here, guys. And there's something else too that a lot of people don't really think about this one. Let's think big picture on this. Do you know what a car consumes besides fuel? It consumes oxygen. A lot of it, really, really rapidly. It's really an air machine is what exhaust coming out the back and going in the front is oxygen mix, right? So they use a ton of it. And so you're really burning clean oxygen, which I would think that would be a bigger concern to them, but it doesn't seem to be.
See you.
Okay. Drive safe.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Give me the, 5 minutes to get out the gate and then you can get rid of the monsters.
All righty.
See you, troops.
There goes. Elizabeth says, see you guys. She's on the road in the stormy conditions. Yes, well said, Joanna. Also the largest, one of the largest contributors of CO2 on the planet is actually the decaying of leaves and branches, and all living things puts off CO2. So it's really one of those things that we have to have, and maybe not to the degree that we make it, but we're not the reason why the planet's getting warmer. That's just, I've read too much. I've learned too much about it. And if you can get unfiltered information that is not completely mainstream driven, you can actually get some really good numbers that tell you, yeah, we're a little bit warmer than normal, but it's been 10 times this bad before. So just look into those kind of things. Asian guy, Sun, the Harvard guy who studies the sun. He has some great stuff, really good stuff. If you ever look into his work, and yeah,
Nice.
so yeah.
Trying to look.
See you, Liz. Yeah, thanks.
In
That's
the
cool.
trailer, Zach Rector said that the SEC's targeting of Ripple and XRP is part of an effort to control the crypto, citing XRP as a significant threat to the established banking and financial system. I wouldn't say so much as a threat as it is a solution to something that, you know, could be certainly much more efficient, and build towards this, you know, digital economy that we're all starting to create.
Yes.
And 100 other reasons.
Right.
I'm glad we were talking about mining too. You know, it's just like we all still have that kind of argument in our heads as to, you know, we're still going to need some type of currency one day in the future, you know, something that you can have, whether it's a piece of gold or a piece of silver or a dollar bill, whatever it is. I can make those arguments with proof of work and proof of stake as well. Really for the reasons you stated, Dad. You know, there's something fundamentally more secure about proof of work. And then you get into staking and other things. And I feel like people are going to get lost in that. You know, the incentive
intentionally.
Potentially. And so that's going back to the fundamentals on that. I want to keep studying because they're changing it all the time too. I mean, what they're doing with the blockchain, there's different proofs now that I don't even know what they are. Like I heard of a name the other day. I was like, what is that? What?
Well, Hashgraph is completely different angle. I want to get into the exchange of value of things because conceptually, this is a hard one for a lot of people, but it really resonates with me. And I go down this road a lot, but maybe I can make this a little clearer for a lot of people. Gold is value. Bitcoin is value. Okay. It's worth something. XRP is valuable because it achieves something. And I'm going to try and make this as simply as possible. What XRP does is it allows you to take my glasses and exchange them for Brent's hat. Okay. Therefore, excluding the need for currency or money. In other words, your oil in Saudi Arabia can be traded for goods in China using XRP, which is being done. So many people sent me so many great reports over the last week, and there was that $300 and something million transaction between the UAE and China. I know Joanna sent it to me for sure. That's an example of exactly what you can do, which if you go next level, you're not going to require money. Everything will be able to be exchanged in value to value, hour to goods, labor to hours of combined to goods. You need chicken, you need milk, you need bread, whatever it might be, you can exchange that without having a currency or a dollar, which is denominated, controlled, and manipulated by governments in between the two transaction, people taking transaction. Big picture, guys, that's XRP. If you can understand that concept of it, it obliterates the need for pesos, the yuan, the dollar, the Deutschmark, it doesn't even matter what you're talking about. It takes all that confusion in that Forex mess that they trade. Oh, you can trade a peso for $1, but there's an exchange rate. Or, oh, it has to go into my bank, from my bank to your bank, 4 days later into your value, from my value. All that's gone. So one is a money, right? One is a currency, or I'm going to say a money in this case, which would be Bitcoin or gold or a value. That's why I say Bitcoin will transact flow on Ripple or on RippleNet on XRP in XRP value. They're just two totally different things. But I hope I explained that well, because XRP is an exchange mechanism with perfect liquidity, because, well, like we know, like we talked about last weekend, right, Brent? We were talking about the DEX and how the DEX is going to be able to work in the future. And the value of all things doesn't even need two trading partners anymore. It has its own liquidity base. Here, I'm for sale. I don't care what you want to trade me for. It could be digital. It could be anything, time, labor, goods, whatever. And it's just one side of the equation sitting out there. And it's brilliant. And it's the future of all money. And I think they understand it. And I think they're just being the man, or is particularly right now, the U.S. government is really pressing about the fact that people are going outside the U.S. dollar. And they're trying to grip, and they're gripping harder and harder, and they're making bigger and bigger mistakes. And they just look more and more foolish. But most people still don't understand Bitcoin. So they go, oh, yeah, Bitcoin bad. It uses a lot of electricity. Oh, we should shame on those people. We should get rid of that thing. And even XRP people, I hear them tell me that all the time. Oh, we should just get rid of Bitcoin. We don't need it. We got XRP. And I'm like, well, okay, all right. But what are you going to do? How are you going to use money or value in the future if Bitcoin fails? Are you just going to say, oh, that's because that coin's just terrible? Like, really? Like, you think you're going to succeed when the largest coin fails and everybody in the world knows it? I mean, maybe you could pull that off. Yeah.
No, not with Bitcoin. I think we need Bitcoin.
It would be bad.
Yeah, it'd be a real bad day.
Yeah.
We need Bitcoin to be successful.
Yes, we do.
There's a few things
you don't have to own
right here. Bruno.
Yeah.
Bruno.
Oh, the dogs are wrestling back here. Let me get them out of here.
Oh, the comments are so good, everybody. So good to have you all in here on a Sunday. Woo! Oh man, I'm praying for my stepmother's drive over here. This is biblical, man. Yeah, I said it to somebody yesterday. Somebody, a friend of mine, we drove his brand new Ford Lightning. Sick. So sick.
You liked it, huh?
He was asking me about crypto, and that's kind of it's turning into the top go-to, Dad. It's once somebody understands what it is, the next is value over price. To me, that's what I was telling him. I'm like, man, this is a long-term hold. He's like, dude, okay, I'm in it I can hold it for 10 years. I'm like, do it. Because over this course of a 10-year span, you're going to outlast that volatility. We've seen this thing go from where was it at 10 years? Where was just Bitcoin at 10 years ago? A lot lower than it is today. So it's just how this thing goes. You know, if we're all in it to make some money too, but the, like people have said in the chat, interoperability. Well, my dad was saying, you know, the ability to exchange. There's no price that's going to be able to be put on that. I mean, when Bitcoin goes to it, I think it's $100,000. When it goes to $100,000, it's all, you know, it's gold bullion from that point. It's going to be hard to obtain it. It's going to be. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be coffee money. And it's
no.
Through history, it's going to get there. So, not without the help of.
Yeah.
Or you cutting out?
Yeah, I think I was. Go ahead. Keep going. I got you.
I mean, I don't care what a president says about it. I don't care what a country does about it. This thing's far. This thing's way too far out of the bag. Just look at XRP and what that's going to do and how they're going to use it and how many countries it's in now. That's, to me, that's the proof. The proof is already here. Plus, we know that this thing works because we've all used it. So I don't think they have any argument.
No.
And they do. It's that same old control system. It's the ability to pull the levers. And I think you're right, Dad. It's getting tighter and tighter and tighter. You know what?
Yeah.
I know, like, years and years previous, you know, like what, 60s and 70s, like, I just heard like interest rates were like 20%.
When I was in high school.
Yeah, I mean, that's so gnarly. And so, you know, I think they're going to steady it. That's today. We were at like 5.25 and they're talking about 5.5. So, that with the printing of money, with the accumulation of debt, and the trillions in interest that costs, just in this country, you know, and that isn't.
Yeah.
We're not separate. We're not in a different pool from anybody else in all the other countries that are indebted, and so creating this ship and creating our own economy is, I don't know how it all works out, but that's what time's for. You know, that's what time's for. It's like you couldn't do it all today. Maybe you could, but if anybody has a plan for that, please post it in the chat. But
yeah,
it's going to be a matter of time and adoption, and
for sure,
more people understand what it is.
I'm more sure of crypto today than I've ever been before. Mm-hmm. And every time I hear a negative story or this or that, or power usage, or government this, or that country banned this, they've all fallen. None of them have held to their standard. And I guess probably most of the people in this thing here, in this live chat have already, I was going to ask them to answer something, but I won't even do that. That video that I made about people getting equity or money, yuan in this case, from China, from that ruling, is a massive amount of liquidity, right? And what are we doing today with liquidity? And I was just listening to a conversation between two people, and it was on YouTube, and they were just both talking to each other about, it was about life insurance. It wasn't even about US dollars, right? Necessarily. Or I shouldn't say, it wasn't about crypto. And they were both like, well, if you don't have some exposure to crypto at this point, you're just not paying attention. Yeah, it's like, if you don't have, I'm going to say at least 5% of your net worth in it, you're not paying attention. And what's going to happen is you're going to get in late with all the rest of the clowns. Okay, I know nobody in this group even is in that boat, but everybody buys at the top. Everybody buys when everybody else is buying because it's the thing to do. And it's the worst time to do it. And that's when you and I are going to be selling percentages of what we own. But I don't give financial advice on this show, but right now is a good time to own that stuff. It really is. I see governments falling to it. I see monetary systems falling. I see banking systems falling to it. What was the one I heard the other day was, God, it was so brilliant. There's a store in, I wanted to say one of the African countries. And what they've been doing is they'll actually say, okay, if you'll bring in Bitcoin, in this case, it was Bitcoin. If you'll bring in Bitcoin, I think it was it was more than one coin. If you'll bring in the coin on the first day of the month, we'll give you the highest value. Listen to this, this is cool. The highest value for the next 30 days of the coin in groceries. So, right? So they have a tab and like the money might go up in the next 30 days. And the store owner's like, look, I want to trade in crypto because it's beneficial for me on a tax basis, a financial basis, and I really want to promote it. And I want to use case this whole thing. So in doing so, he's giving the people the benefit of the fluctuation of the value over the next 30 days. And I thought, man, that's kind of incentives that people who think outside of the box do. And it's just really, man, it's happening all around us. We just don't see it. But yeah. Yep.
Love it.
We got any questions in here?
Always prevails in tough times. Good call, Carlos. It does. Oh, nice. My boy Sean's rolling. Let's go, Sean. Cook. Let's go.
There could be some F-bombs in there. I agree, Alan. People have talking to me about the FTX collapse, but they didn't want to hear about the Wells Fargo doing the same thing. Yeah, exactly. It's so frustrating to listen to people only talk about crypto in the sense that all the bad things happen on crypto. It's like, yeah, okay. But you realize how they caught all those people, right? Because it's on a freaking blockchain is how they caught them. It took them about 20 minutes worth of research. It's like, why would a criminal do that? Still beyond me, man. I don't get it. But I know I'm a conspiracy guy in a lot of ways, but you know who's behind all those three-letter agencies are hacking people right and left. And I said it out loud just now. I know they are. What was the one we said the other day? Everyone's seen it, the Brad Garlinghouse commercial that was computer generated.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that one, Brett?
Yeah. If you all see that on our channel, do not click on that.
Don't click on that. But how is it that YouTube allows that thing to post every day? Hello, YouTube. Hello. Those people are thieves, period. And they're regenerating another human being's likeness. How is that not a violation? How is that not like ripped off the air every time? You can still see it. I'm like, I saw a great video the other day by somebody sent it to me by Economic Ninja. And he was pretty tore up about a mutual friend of ours that has been accused of something, and whether or not he did it, none of us really know, but he's in a whole lot of trouble. But he brought it up. But he said, listen, if somebody comments or somebody calls you and it sounds like me and they're asking for money from me, it's not me. I want everybody in this chat to know this. I will never ask you for money. Never.
No, we're not calling you.
Yeah, no, I would never ask you to invest in me, open your wallet to me, ever. No way. We don't operate like that. So if there's a bot or a number or I don't care, it's not us. That's not who we are. We might advertise somebody else's product or something like that one day. We don't even do that other than Simon. And that was free. But there's stuff like that we might do, but we would never be in chat and ask you, hey, man, come on over here and chat with me and talk to me. No, you have to get me through my website. And then I have to say, okay, I like this person. And many people in this chat right here have my personal phone number. And even then, if you think that you're talking to Ellen on the phone and I tell you to buy something, it's not me. Okay? I know you might have my personal phone number, but if I'm asking you to buy something from me, I should take that back. I might ask you to, I might say, hey, do you want to buy some bacon?
Yeah.
I have some bacon for some. No, I'm kidding. I'm not selling bacon. I give my pork away, by the way, guys. I don't even sell it to the public at this point. But don't fall for any of that. I thought it was a brilliant video, and I was like, yeah, man, I'm so glad he brought that up. And I'm so glad I just brought that up in this live stream because it's so important. And I can't say it on my shows all the time.
Thanks for reporting it, Shay.
But they're great.
What's up, Mr. Lee, LNU,
Ledger Wallet.
Joey, Chris, welcome all. Utility wins in the end. Yeah, ingenuity.
Becky, diversify. Becky, diversify. Put it in multiple wallets. Also, guys, I know a lot of people have a hard time with all those electronic wallets. I'm really not your guy for that. That's not my forte. But I kind of know as much as anybody as which ones get hacked and which ones don't. I still swear. Now, I know it's an online wallet, but I still swear by Exodus. They've never had a problem to my knowledge. And I know it's an online wallet, but I still like them a lot. And if you can afford it, Caleb or Brown.
Frozen 6.
We'll
see some kind of movement this year. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
What?
XRP plumbing because the Federal Reserve writes the rules. Yeah.
Big Daddy Woo we just posted another Patreon video. It's all about what inspires us and what we appreciate. We're Big Daddy Woo and Little Woo Jr. We gotta make a list, Dad. We gotta make a list specifically of like the Woo, like Woo stuff, like you know, stuff that Woo Woo Dude and like Cliff might talk about. Like I'd like to get into that with you at some point. And share that with these folks. I think this is the group that would appreciate.
I think I've talked about it with this group, haven't I?
Yeah, we've talked about some stuff.
I know. Yeah. In a nutshell, the woo-ness of Woo is very broad. It can be anything from aliens to spiritual beliefs. So it's almost impossible to narrow it down. Everybody's different. Yeah. Yeah. Exodus, great wallets. Yeah. Where's Ron? Is Ron in the house?
Yeah, he just wanted to join the chat.
Oh, cool.
He's like, I don't even have a question. Like, perfect.
There you go.
I surrendered my life to the Woo. Heck yeah, Brittany, I have too. I'm much better mentally for it also. I'm just
Yes.
I'm a better person to myself, I would say, because I deep dived.
Yeah.
Highly
It's
recommend it.
expansive. You know, you expand who you are as a human being. You don't shut yourself off. You're always able to, you know, grow spiritually. Yeah. Oh, there he is, Mr. Wood. We've got some, we got some fun stuff coming in Vegas. Man, I can't wait. God, I'm so excited. We got, man.
Are y'all pumped up? Are y'all JoJo
mean,
the Circus Mouse over there?
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Mm-hmm.
I have a whole list of ideas. I've only shared about 2 or 3 of them with you, Brent, about stuff I want to do when I'm there with everybody. And yeah, it's just going to be fun. Can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just want to find these
because
people right here.
yeah, oh yeah. No, most of these people are going to be there. It's going to be fun. Yeah, yeah. It's I was talking with somebody the other day. I won't use their name, but I was laughing at them. I was going, "What do you mean you're not going to be in Vegas? You're coming to Vegas." And he's like, "You know, man, last time I got my lips ripped off. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, man, everybody cornered me and just told me what a liar I was and a crook and a thief. And because I never sold anything. And you guys can probably imagine what I'm talking about. But everybody was down on him at that point. And I was like, buddy, man, everybody, that's water under the bridge. Like you're one of the people. He's one of the main men of XRP and crypto. And he feels like he shouldn't be there because he doesn't feel like he's being appreciated. No, that's not the right way to put it. He put it, I just don't need the grief in my life. And I'm like, how we're giving that man grief is beyond me. I don't get it. I don't get it, people. If you don't like somebody or somebody's opinion, don't publicly trash them. Keep it to yourself or hang with the rest of your narrow-minded individuals that feel the same way about the person who you don't really know. And you don't really know what's in his heart. And you really don't know what he believes in. You saw him do some YouTube channel and you disagree with something he said does not mean that he's the bad person of the planet. There's just so much of it. And he's such a great man. And I want to sit down and meet with him again. But I don't think he's coming. All because a bunch of people cornering him. It's just like,
wow,
whatever. It's sad. It's just like, wow, man. He's the only guy in crypto that I would spend and I would pay money to go sit down and hang out with. And I get to talk to him on the phone quite often. And I still would spend money to sit down and listen to him. So, because his soul's in the right place. If you guys know what I mean. It's bigger than money, and it's bigger than government, and it's bigger than crypto to him. It's about people, and it's about the future of mankind. And that's the people I like. Those are the people I want to be around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, not from. Yeah, we're going to use the automated market maker. I really believe in being a scientist about all this stuff. And especially for you guys, you know, it's like we don't want to. I want to come in on here and just talk about something that I read an article about on the internet. You know, we all do enough of that. When I get a chance to use this stuff, we'll use it. And I will talk to you about it. Liquidity pool. I don't really need one of those right now, but I am going to try it. I will use it. Just like these staking vaults, just like these exchanges. I want to use this stuff. Yeah, I want to hodl, but we gotta see what works and what survives long term. You know, which projects actually keep the circle going and growing. That waits to be seen. Not that I think that XRP or Ripple will have many issues. I feel like it's set up for the win, but those liquidity pools have been a little suspect. Been a little suspect. A little rug pulling.
There's a comment up here that Becky made about she thinks they're going to make us turn over our crypto one day. And I just want you guys to know, I'm not saying, I don't give financial advice, and I'm not trying to say anything controversial, but there were a lot of people in 1934 that did not give their gold to the country. I'm just going to say that. And I don't think any less of them as human beings or Americans or whatever it is, whatever country you live in. If your country says you need to give something to them for these fake digits in which they print, I don't think you're a bad person if you don't follow those orders. That's all I got to say about that.
Carlos bought my theta from Caleb and Brown in 2020. Sweet, bro.
Nice, good call. Yeah, although 2020 was a bit late, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I bought my theta in 2017. I started buying theta, 10 cents. That was a good buy. But I'm also the guy that didn't sell when it went to $17.
Sean highly recommends the Punk Rock Museum in Vegas if you're into that kind of thing. Such a special place. That's cool, man. I can appreciate punk. There's also a really killer, unbelievable wax museum right outside the Venetian. That's the best one I've been to. I'm kind of a Body's World. Like, I thought the wax museum was cool. I'm probably the only one. But any other fun stuff that you guys love in Vegas, post that in the chat, please. Because there's all sorts of good stuff.
I like punk, but I like the early punk. Early. Yeah.
Yeah, before it went all emo.
I won't get into this.
Like, I loved AFI.
I'm sure there's good punk
and then I didn't love AFI. Like, if that kind of,
Yeah.
It changed. They changed. They metamorphosized.
Some great conversations with Sean about the old stuff, the old Sid Vicious days, and let's see, Black Flag. I was really into a band called. I was really into a band called Black Flag, if you guys know who they were, and the Dead Kennedys. That was some good stuff back in the day. And and then I was then I got more into like ska.
Yeah.
So, and that's when I really, there was a couple of, let's see, a band called the Ska Daddies. They're out of Lake Tahoe. Really good band. Followed those guys around for a long time. Anyway, let's not go down the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame here.
Hoopty, I love it. Yeah, the man can kick rocks. XRP Golden Age says that there are no justified resentments. Dr. Wayne Dyer said that. Yeah. There's really not. It's just not worth your energy. You can be creating on on the plane that you want to be creating on within the flow of your own journey. To sit around and, cut somebody else down. I think that's how we get division in humanity. I think that's how, the system is so split in half and so broken in the way that it is. It's because they're so busy telling each other how they're so wrong. and how they're so righteous, and then they can't explain why they're so righteous. Just an observation.
Yeah. I'll tell you another big observation that I've had lately. There's not like anything they've done recently that even makes sense to me anymore. Like that whole battle going on in Texas right now.
Oh, Dad, you still with us? And the weather's getting bad here. I hope I don't lose you all too. Yeah, I don't even have audio, Dad. I'm gonna click you out here.
Did you guys lose me?
Yeah, I lost you for like 30 seconds.
Yeah. I can't even believe that our president's fighting with the governor of a state over some people who are entering a country illegally. I don't care what country it is, and I don't care what nationality they are. It doesn't matter to me. Like, I got to check my passport when I fly in on a plane. I have to say who I am and what I'm doing there and whether or not I can legally get into the country, no matter what country I go to. And then, like, our president saying, no, it's cool that they just walk through. It's like, wait a minute, man. Come on.
Yeah, the passport one's the best. Just wrap your minds around that.
Like, come on. What are we doing here?
Yeah,
and
that's
don't
right.
Get me wrong. I'm Texas, the guy. And I am the guy who has traveled a lot of countries. I've lived in a lot of different countries. I really don't like borders. I really don't. But I understand their need. And if you're going to have that law, you have to have that law, and everybody has to follow it. You would think. Anyway, it's crazy. Proof of funds. I said the crypto these days I could be said using old underwear as a toothpick. Did you read the Ron post?
Yeah. Y'all are the best. Y'all are the best. This is
that's too good.
I love you. I love you all.
Yeah.
Can't wait to tell you guys about it.
Yeah, wait till we're poolside where we don't have to be on YouTube. We can talk about a couple of things together.
Yeah, we can
last year,
all of it, which we should just talk about all of it anyway, Dad. Who cares?
Yeah, last year we had a conversation that was so deep spiritually by the side of the pool with a couple of people. It was moving to me. I'm telling you, moving. And I'm not moved easily on that level. And it was the group that we had, and the energy around us was like, you got to be there for that. That was awesome. And he just posted a new video, Conscious Contact. Posted a video today that he sent to me this morning. He and I had a bunch of great conversations.
Let's see. What was Robert's question? XRP price prediction for the end of 2026. Man, first thing that popped into my head, it's just like if you opened a fortune cookie, just like, bam, it was $157. Just very random. Yeah.
157.
I wonder if that's high or low for people. Would you all say that is high, on the high range of like, okay, in two and a half years, we're looking at $150, which I think would be earth shattering for all of us. Or is that
you mean you mean XRP?
Yeah, XRP.
Oh, I thought you were, I was like, I'd say in 26, 2 years from today.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think that's high. No, I don't.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, I will be probably not financial advice. I'll be 3/4 of the way out of all my XRP by then. Before that number occurs. In the last 25%, I'll never sell. So
yeah,
if that makes sense. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. We're not doing predictions here.
I'll take it. Yeah,
Sorry,
no, that was literally off the top of my head.
We actually just did.
I have no idea. I honestly have no idea. But how important will it be to investors, you know? And I think it's going to be incredibly important. But there's a lot of tokens, so you got to do the math with that compared to the market cap. So that would be a ton.
Here's one thing I can say for sure. It won't be anywhere between 50 cents and zero. I'm damn sure about that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a prediction. How about that? You guys can put that all over the internet. Alan made a prediction that within 2 years, it won't be below 50 cents. Yeah. It's going up, guys. I don't know where. I have no idea.
Yeah. And the B-man just pulled a number out of there. He with the emergency probe that the government launched. Get to the bottom of this power usage.
Yeah. How about Evan Burke in the house?
Nice, Ellen. You're Patreon. Write to us, man. Or woman.
He posted something that was so hilarious in a post the other day. I just started busting out laughing when I read it. It's basically like a paragraph and a half of like, well, I know I had a relevant question to ask you, Ellen, but I have no idea at this point because I've lost it somewhere. And so I'm just going to keep writing until it comes to me, the question that I was going to ask you in this post. And it went on and on. And he goes, oh, well, I guess I've taken too much of your time. Never mind. I guess it's not coming to me. It's totally something I would have written for sure. I'm like, oh, that's hilarious. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he was saying it was good to see us all laughing and smiling today.
Yeah. We're not, I thought I was going to have to put on a wetsuit this morning. It was raining so hard out there, but we're good. Yeah. Sorry about the dog barking.
Funniest thing you saw all week, Dad. Somebody sent me funniest. Yeah, think of the funniest thing you heard or saw this week. My friend sent me a meme. My friend sent me a meme, and it's of this kid, and he's clearly in like a classroom in a computer lab, and he's writing in like kid pics or something, and he's writing this message on his computer, and it just says "F this school." That was hilarious.
Yeah, that is hilarious.
I couldn't stop looking at it. I was like, that's exactly who I was. Like, that was me. Like, I was like, what am I doing here?
Hey, Becky, please put. I noticed Becky just put Nick's. Nick has an incredible show, and he's going through a lot right now with YouTube. And I just want to give my thanks to the man. He works really hard for all of us and what he does and the research he gets. So Becky, please put his info in the chat there. I know Nick's a good man. He's in the UK. Terrible, I can't remember the name of his show, but anyway, yeah, it'll come to me. I've only seen a couple of his shows.
Much love to you, Nick.
The funniest, I got one for you guys. Listen to this one.
All
So
right.
yesterday I go to pick up, I have this elite breed of pigs. It's not elite, it's just very rare. So I went to go get another very rare breed of pig, okay, because I need two. And so I go over to my friend's farm where he's getting out of that breed. And he's like, Alan, I'll give you 2 males and a female so you can do your thing, you know. And there's like 4 adults there because he's giving a bunch of pigs to homeless people and different stuff, right? And he's like, he starts talking to me, and I'm talking to Rick. His name's Rick. I'm talking to Rick, and then there's 3 other adults over on my side, and they're all talking crypto. Okay, one of them's a butcher. The other guy drives a propane truck, and the other lady runs a farm. Okay, this is a town of 2,000 people. Like, there's nobody there, right? No, it's a very small town. We don't have a stoplight. Okay. So 3 adults on the corner of my ear of the 5 of us, okay, adults, all own crypto. Hello. Now, Rick's an IT guy. Now, he has a farm, but he doesn't even have a bunch of, and they're all just talking about crypto on the corner of my ear. I'm just like, I was blown away. It's not funny, but it's an ironic story because I hadn't met 2 of the people before. And one of them goes, yeah, and that guy has a crypto or Rick said to the other 3 people, that guy has a crypto channel. And I'm like, you guys are into crypto? They're like my age. Anyway, I couldn't believe it. It's very rare and very unique. I'm sorry about the barking dog. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Is it bad, Brent?
It's not good. It's
Well,
I'm just kidding. I just had to say that. It tells us a lot, Robert. That story tells us a lot. I've been asked about crypto, man, every day for like almost the whole week, just from random people that I know.
Right.
Are we getting some movement here? Are we getting some action? I hope so. Yeah. Is Nick on Cheeky Crypto, Dad? Is that what it's called?
What's that?
Cheeky Crypto? Is that Nick's channel?
No.
If anybody knows Nick's channel, please post that.
That doesn't sound right.
Elias, how high can Divi reach this cycle? Let's get back up to a penny, baby. Come on, baby.
Come on, Divi.
Come on, baby. Let's ride. Yeah, Divi I will always be looking at Divi. I will always have some also.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. I love that company. If y'all haven't checked it out, check out the Divi project.
The 2 founders are just straight up human beings. So that's what I like about it more than anything else. Yeah. Yeah. How about those flare tokens? Huh? Holy smokes, guys. I think I was actually quoted on this show a year ago going, well, I don't think they're going to amount to much.
What's going on with them, Dad?
I'm sorry?
What's going on with flare tokens?
Oh, God, they're just crushing it. I think they're up like, I don't know, like 30, 40% for the month, somewhere in there. And anybody that had XRP before the court case got a flare token on an airdrop. So a bunch of XRP have them. XRP, the Army, pretty much all have them. And they're just crushing it. They're going to be it's going to be a long-term hold like all the rest of the stuff, but it's another liquidity avenue, and it's really cool what they're doing. I just thought they made so many promises in the beginning. I just thought, well, they're never going to be able to pull that off. Yeah, well, I was completely wrong about all of that, wasn't I? they're really doing well. And I have quite a few of them. So I'm kind of excited about that. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Crypto Professor. He and I actually talk quite often as well on the phone. And he knows a lot about Divi. He actually, I don't want to say his first name. I'll just say Crypto Professor sat down and spoke with the founder of Divi in Florida a couple of weeks ago. And he really kind of has some insight on what they're going to do. And I met with a guy that there's a lot of people here who know who he is. And I'm just going to say Ben, not that Ben, the other Ben, not the Ben who just quit YouTube the other day. BitBoy, not that Ben, a different Ben in crypto. And Brent and I had a great conversation in Vegas not long ago. And he was telling us kind of what big picture for Divi is going forward, to his knowledge of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good to see you in here, Professor. One of my favorite people to write to and talk to on Patreon. Always so positive.
Who's that?
Crypto Professor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He knows his stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that knows more about the deep understandings of XRP more than he does, as far as our followers. And by the way, virtually everybody that follows our channel knows a lot about XRP. So I put him in very high regard because he's been part of a group of people that have really done the homework over the years. It's not just, hey, I think it's a good coin and I'll look into it one day. No, he did the homework like a lot of people,
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about the dog. I think she's gone. I hope. That wasn't Bruno. That was Goldie.
It wasn't that bad.
Elizabeth left her with me outside the door here, and she wants to come in and she wants me to throw her ball for her. Really, what she wants. Yeah. What do we got in there?
I'm looking.
No, it is not hard to stake the Flare tokens. No, very easy. I got a homemade roast beef dinner waiting.
Hey,
cheers.
Thanks for joining, Willie. Good, go get it.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, that sounds great.
I'm trying to get
Enjoy your
XRP
night.
back before I start the token. Yeah.
She does.
That's a good call, Becky. I think you got the right coin. I really do. End of 20 is just declaring the expected $100 value. $100 by 26. Here's the thing. If one man line and says publicly to the world, this is how we're transacting from this point forward. We're using XRP and we're going to use it solely as our transaction. It'll blow through $100 so fast it'll make your head spin. I don't think the powers that be who are even behind XRP want that to occur overnight. I really don't. Adoption and global banking gets leaked out to their buddies and their friends very slowly. And then there's laws and rules and things they have to pass, and then organizations and people have to catch up to speed, and everything takes forever. And it's just bureaucracy. It's all red tape. It's just a mess. But behind the scenes, one day they're going to flip the switch and say, oh yeah, we've been using that for weeks now. What are you guys talking about? Everybody knows that. That's how they operate. And they're not going to tell the public until it's too late. Yeah. I don't mean to sound so cynical. I'm just trying to tell you how it happens. That's how it's always happened. Yeah. Thanks, Brittany. Yeah, we're doing good.
Take care, Brittany.
We start warm. Yeah. Oh, wow. What else we got? What's Becky?
I'm glad we made it through this show, man.
Yeah.
It's getting dicey.
I think the lawsuit is finally over this summer, and then they'll see the real price action. I hope so too. I really do, but it's going to take more than just good publicity for everything to happen. It's going to take all that massive liquidity, and then it's just going to start rolling. It's going to happen Bitcoin first, guys. I mean, when Bitcoin starts making new all-time highs, you guys know what happens. It'll go up 100%. We'll go up 500%. That's just look back. That's what happens, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that the dog is gone and quiet, the show's over, right? What are we doing here? Sorry about that. I was going to go put her in the house, but I couldn't. Yeah. What else we got? Yeah,
howling at the Bitcoin moon.
Yeah. Yeah, Joanna, we talked about that earlier. Everybody's just going to start following the up move, and it. Oh wow, did you hear? Oh yeah. You need to buy XRP. It broke an all-time high. It's at 350. Okay. And then everybody will start buying XRP at $4, $5. And that'll push it to $15 within weeks. And yeah, the FOMO, the fear of missing out, it's going to be prevalent at that point. Once you get to like $15, and then you know what'll happen then? Depending on where you're at in the bull market and how much liquidity is going to happen back into the business market in the banking world, how much liquidity comes back in, or if that starts to slow down and taper off, and then you might find the fact that you're at the top of the market, and then you'll have to get out and wait for the next big market move. But typically, I don't know if you guys have noticed, the last two bull markets have had double tops, which is really handy, because when you see that second top, it's like, hey man, I think it's time for me to liquidate. Maybe not everything, but a good percentage of what you own. And that was really one of the bigger mistakes that I made last time, but we'll see how I do this time. But 300 million transactions at some point. Wanted to see what you took from those connections. What was that, Sean? Regarding the YouTube video you sent me Friday night. Oh, yeah. That was the Arbitrage deal. I talked about it earlier in the video. Okay. On the Arbitrage network, if you will, it's not an Arbitrage network, it's a group, right? Okay. They moved over $300 million of oil from UAE to China. There you go. It's outside the dollar. It's outside the, petrodollar. It's outside the system. The system is being exposed for who they are and what they're doing. And it's pretty obvious. China doesn't want to play with that dollar anymore on those kind of levels, in particular with people that have assets. In other words, countries who have oil, countries that have either labor that they could use or goods in some way, whether it be hard goods, whether it be service goods, or whatever it might be. They want to interact with those countries outside the dollar. And that was the Arbitrage group, which, as we know, that's why I sent it to you. As we know, they work with Ripple. It technically, from everything I've tried to look up, I couldn't find that they actually anywhere where it said, oh yeah, they used XRP coin to do it. They didn't say that. I couldn't find anywhere in there. And if somebody has seen that, I'd like somebody to send that to me because I'd really like to see it. I think that's what they used. I'm speculating on that's what they used. There was a lot of people, that was a Twitter feed. There was a lot of people speculated below that. But Arbitrage does not use, to my knowledge, at this point, XRP coin. They do work with Ripple on the Ripple net. That's what I know about it. So I sent it to a few people, that link. And I want to say Joanna sent it to me. I think it was Joanna sent me that link. And I found it really interesting. Yeah. Yeah. There was a man I talked about earlier, and I'm going to mention his name now. I don't know if you guys noticed, because I don't know how many of you got the post, but there was a man by the name of Jimmy Valley who sent out a link about March 11. I don't know if you guys saw that. Did you catch that, Brent? Did I send that to you? I think I sent that to you.
I was working on something.
Jimmy Valley sent a date where the window for, you remember when Signature Bank and Silicon Valley Bank, they all got bailed out, right?
Mm-hmm.
With that window that they opened to bail all those banks out ever since is closing on March 11.
Wow.
And Jimmy's speculation and many other speculation is that that's going to crash the whole enchilada. And yeah, I love Jimmy too, Becky. He's a good man. His heart is in the right place. So I disagree with the crash theory, because you open that window, you just open another window. I mean, we'll just call this one a door. It's just printing money, people. It's like, oh, well, they can't do it any longer. It's done. It's like, what makes you think they're going to stop doing that? I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a good possibility that could, well, that's it. We're just not going to do any more of that. We've learned our lesson. No, that's probably not going to happen. They're going to do, yeah.
So we're looking at,
and Jimmy's, if you guys didn't catch this, Jimmy is the guy I was talking about that's probably not coming to Vegas this year. Kind of sad, actually. I was like, what? Blasphemy.
What are you hating on? What are you hating on Jimmy for? Jeez.
Yeah, well, I guess a lot. Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to go down.
Yeah, professor said happening 18th. I read somewhere the 19th. And then we're also getting some, Atlantic says waters above. April 8th is going to be a big day. I've read April 8th between the 22nd is the happening range. So
yes, I heard that too. Yeah.
Atlantic, what else were they talking about on there? Significant date for some movement. Movement, baby.
Mike,
what's up, Mike? Welcome to the chat, brother.
Mike, I know we've asked you before, but you're going to hang with us, right? The day before the show, the day of the show.
Local.
Yeah. We're staying on the strip, unfortunately, brother. But yeah. Yeah, hey, Becky, I love me some Danielle. I really do. DiMartino Booth. She's brilliant. I really love a lot of her work. She, like many other people, she's wrong at least half the time. She was also the one that told everybody to run out and buy precious metals in 2020, and it didn't go up for 2.5 years. Doesn't mean that wasn't a good thing to do, but it wasn't the great call of all time either. And that was really her move. She's been calling for a real estate crash for 2 years. And so have I, actually. I think real estate's topped out to a big extent. But No, I love her work. I think she's brilliant. I think she's so well spoken, and she does a great job. And she brings reality to a lot of these economic shows. But I think one of the things that a lot of people really fail to understand is we get so big in economics, and we know the strategy and the math behind it all and how it all moves the markets, right? And I say this all the time, and it's so real. This is real. I'm about to tell you reality. Reality is that 95% of all the people don't know the economics of the world are bad. You and I do, because we focus on it. But the rest of the people just get $1 and they spend it. They don't know the sky's falling. So they are the commerce. They're the economy. And they work hard every day. And they go to work, get money, spend money, get money, spend money. And that liquidity, that fluidity across the world creates commerce and business. So when somebody with a chart and somebody says, well, see, because of this, the math says it's going to crash. Well, you have to remember that the person spending the money has to have a reason to say, I'm not spending one more dollar of my paycheck. That's the key. When you see the entire public start to say, oh my God, I'm going in lockdown, I'm never spending any more money, that's your indicator. That's a lifelong example of what I learned over 50 years of studying this stuff. That's the reality. Not, oh, they closed the Fed window, or they opened the Fed window, or they raised interest rates, or they lowered their interest rates. That's all BS. Okay? It's great cannon fodder. But the bottom line is, when little man says, I'm not buying anymore, we're all in trouble. And they don't have the IQ to hang on to most stuff. They get, they spend. They get, they spend. And I'm not faulting them. I don't mean IQ in a bad way. I mean economic IQ to know they're in trouble. Yeah.
Yikes. Joanna had a good one. De-dollarization accelerates as United Arab Emirates makes first digital payment to China.
That's what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Umbrage. They did it on the Umbrage.
Umbrage. Oh, that's what it's called?
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And Umbrage works with Ripple, by the way. She's back.
Wow. Washington thinks this is the year of X. It's the great American eclipse making an X over
OG
Texas.
Mac, wait a minute.
Interesting, Professor. Very interesting.
Wait a minute, OG, my channel is closing on 100 subs. Thank you guys for inspiration.
Yes.
OG.
Oh, gee, what's the name of your channel?
Post it.
Post it. We'll go over there right after this.
OG Mac. We've talked to him a bunch of times about starting the channel. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good fun. What did Becky? A lot of countries are going to join the BRICS, including Texas, probably, from the sounds of things. I'm not kidding about that. So, what was Professor's comment? I don't see it.
Go back.
Was it about Umbrage?
The year of the X? Hence the great American eclipse making an X over Texas. And XRP will do very well this year.
Okay, I like it. Good as any angle. Let me deal with this dog. I'll be right back. You got this, Brent?
Oh, yeah. I'm just enjoying all of you today. That's the best part. we'll wrap it up pretty soon. Post questions or anything that you are inspired by. We just posted a new video on our Patreon about that. That's the stuff that I love to rant about, like my dad. Is inspiration, appreciation. We get into a lot of law of attraction and kind of what we want to create. And what's so cool about all of this is, something came along that economically made sense, and we all want to be, investors and creators inside the space. And there's so many amazing companies that are making it possible to do that. I know we talk about Bitcoin on here, and it's not everybody's favorite. We're Dad and I are just looking at it as an indicator. That's what it is to us at this point. If Bitcoin do well, then everything does well, and so we want everything to do well. Okay, OG Max channel. Here we go. Ghost money. GHOSS money. Yes.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about. Right now, kind of just doing updates and news. But once I reach that 100 subs, I want to start doing sit-down talks, kind of like you guys. Done a few on the channel. Good for you, brother. That is so awesome. Thank you for posting the link, Joanna. I'm going over there after this. That's for sure.
Yeah. Let's see.
Thanks, Professor. Yeah, I was telling about the new Patreon video. We just posted that today, Dad.
Oh, cool.
I still don't feel like I understand what arbitrage is.
What arbitrage is? Arbitrage is the difference between one price and another price. So
say if you could buy something, if you can buy XRP for 50 cents on crypto.com and you could buy it for 49 cents on, Coinbase. So arbitrage would be looking for that lower price and buying it at that lower price.
Correct. And then selling it at the other price.
And the market's always obviously looking to correct and make it that price across the board. But arbitrage is trying to get all you can for as cheap as you can.
That's right. Yeah. That's exactly, believe it or not, that's how FTX made all their money in the beginning. Was somehow that genius was so brilliant at knowing so much about markets that he actually was able to get instant liquidity, instant transactional speeds between Europe and the US. And he was buying Bitcoin and other coins in one market and selling it instantly in the other market for a profit in an arbitrage trade, doing it with tens of millions of dollars per second. And he was baking these trades, which is exactly all I had to know. As soon as I found out what he was doing, I was like, that guy was sponsored by the man all the way. You can't get access to those kind of trading markets, that instant execution that he was getting without having somebody on the inside. It doesn't take a genius. All you have to do is be a trader and know that instant transaction speed is profit. And he was getting it. And it was very frustrating to me. Like, they threw the book at everything, but they never pursued, in his case, where'd you get all of this stuff? Where'd you get all the information? Where'd you get the transactional speed? Who was transmitting this stuff for you? What network were you on? How did you make these transactions? How did you become so wealthy? It was never about that, which really told me that they were all in on it. period. Like they set that kid, they didn't set him up, they created him to be profitable. But yeah. So,
Good advice, Hoofty. Exactly. If you trade, leave it on exchange. If you're holding long term, cold storage wallet.
Yeah. Yeah. I just heard some inside information, if you will, that
right on, Jim.
That you guys want to hear a good story? I have no idea whether or not it's accurate.
Of course.
Okay. Yeah. Who does? Right? Okay. What they learned when grilling or incarcerating or whatever you want to call what they did to CZ. Okay. Let's remember, you guys know what CZ crime was, right? He didn't KYC. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So because he didn't think it was he thought crypto and blockchain was between people, not government people again. So he didn't want to turn over that information to everybody. And they didn't want to, they want to know what everybody's doing because they care so much about us mostly. But so, yeah, but because they care, right? They only do it because they care. And what came out in that case was the future of all global trading network markets are going to be run on Binance. All North American trades are going to be run on Coinbase. And their objective is to shut down virtually every other exchange. That's their plan. So when a guy sent me not long ago a video that was very incriminating towards, I'm going to say, Kraken exchange, I think the whole video is BS. Because Jesse, who created Kraken exchange, I happen to know is a humanitarian. He's a lot of different things, but more than anything else, he's a venture capitalist. He believes in fair trade. So when I heard that they were going to use Kraken to crush the markets and rug pull Bitcoin one day, I went, this guy, that's not accurate. I think that whole thing's BS. And I can't remember who sent me the thing, but I just don't believe that to be true. Well, then I heard this other story about the way why would CZ even face the music in Seattle? That never made any sense to me. Like, why? He doesn't have to go to Seattle. Those people, anything. Right? Like he didn't even do anything wrong. Like he was doing stuff before there was even a law about what he was doing. How do you, anyway? So he went in there and you can't work at Binance for 2 years. At the end of his 2 years being gone, he gets the free reign on the whole market, on the whole world. That's what I heard. It's an interesting theory.
Oof.
But they have their back door set up within 2 years on that Binance exchange. That's what I heard. They're setting it up that way.
Wow.
But that's what they're doing. That second in command took control. And if you look at his background and where he came from, he's a Goldman Sachs guy, and among other things. But that guy is rewiring the whole thing so that they can do the KYC, the ML, the whole thing. Know your client background, know everything about you. And then they're going to launch it as a global market. They're going to control that global market, probably not obviously the one in Hong Kong, right? And then the North American market will be all Coinbase. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, great advice, Joanna. Never
Yeah.
leave your coins on exchange unless you're trading, like
Mm-hmm.
what his name said, Manny or whoever it was.
So that could mean that upholds in the crosshairs. How would that play out for upholds through the UK, right?
Yeah.
We'll see.
But remember, exchanges are simply going to be new guy come in, right?
Mm-hmm.
New people are going to trade on the exchanges in and out. It's not going to be you and I already have our wallets. We're going to use whatever on ramp and off ramp to get it in and out from that point on. Yeah. I didn't really answer that question because I don't know. I don't know how that's all going to work.
Mm-hmm. I've done everything but use it, OG. It seems good. Dad and I went through the philosophical debate of, is it worth paying to lock it up? There are pluses for people who want to do that. But any kind of service that you would pay for now, or let's put staking in this as well, we could be using that money to be accumulating more XRP.
Yeah.
Theoretically, not telling you all to do that. But paying for a service, do you actually need it? Or do you have another wallet that you trust? Another system, another way of storing it that you trust? We've talked about the simple ways to all the different wallets, but
Yeah.
I like, as soon as I got deep into it, I was like, I think I'm going to use the money to just dollar cost average.
Yeah.
That's just me. And then I'll store it elsewhere.
I want to say what I'm just going to tell everybody what I know about Uphold. When I met them personally, I had nothing but the greatest experience with them. Anything I could do with you, Alan, anything I could do for your people, please let me know. Gave me this personal number, the whole thing, everything was great. There was 4 or 5 of them at the show last year. Okay. I have a member in here, and he was in the chat earlier, and I'm not going to say his name, but because he's going to Vegas specifically, one of the reasons is to talk with the Uphold people. Because, again, this is according to this individual. I don't know what he did. I don't know what he did right. I don't know what he did wrong. Maybe he pushed 5 wrong buttons. I don't know. Mm-hmm. He lost money with Uphold. He's lost XRP coins with Uphold. And he's questioned and questioned and questioned. And he has not been able to, whatever it is, retrieve the coins. Okay? I know, Becky, I agree. I love Uphold. I do know somebody who is, you guys have seen his name in the chat, and he can bounce back in here if he wants, if he's still in here. And he lost XRP coins on Uphold. So I'm just saying, I know somebody who has. Again, he might have hit the wrong button 5 times. I don't know what happened, but he's got all of his accounts. He's bringing all of his account, and he's bringing it to Vegas with him to go, hey guys, can you sort this thing out for me? Because I'm out money. Other than that, I've never heard a negative thing about them. So, and they're great people to talk to. Very informative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold.
Ledger Stacks, I don't know enough about it, but I keep hearing more and more about that, Slave. I really do. Yeah, I know. That's the problem. That's what I'm just telling everybody about what's going on with Binance. everybody's going to start getting 1099. So, that's what he was trying to fight. He was all, that's the thing. Everybody threw CZ under the bus. And he was trying to fight the fact that, hey, man, I don't want these people knowing who you are. Okay? Call me the bad guy. Whatever. I'm on your side. It's none of their damn business what coin you own and how many of you own. And I did a video about that one day, and half the crowd blew me up about, oh, you don't understand. He's a thief, and he's a liar, and he's worth billions, and he took all of our money. And it's like, whatever. You didn't create a crypto exchange. I mean, he also enabled millions of people to buy coins. I mean, say what you want to do. That's what he did. He knew how to do it, and he did it. Yeah. I don't know the man personally. I'll tell you, one of my favorite stories about CZ was he bought everybody in his family a Divi node.
That's cool.
Yeah. He bought everybody in his family a gold Divi node way back when. So he likes Divi. Yeah. No, I get it. But remember, Becky, he was overseas. Yeah. No, I get it. It's I don't know. The control continues, right? They say they're doing it for our best interest and for our own good, but it's nothing more than control. Yeah. 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 See, I think CZ is the man too. Thanks, Joanna. Look, nobody's perfect. Oh, he was wash trading. They all wash trade. All of them. Do you want to know what your exchange does when you buy a stock? They tell the exchange goes, oh, okay, we have enough of these executions. We'll execute their trade now. And they know what you're buying it at. Think about that, guys. And you get a confirmation, what, minutes later, when split seconds means something, and they sold it to you at a spread. Not only did they make a commission, that's when these companies go, oh, we don't charge commission. They're making money on your spread. Your entry price is dollars away from what they pay for it. Man, I'm just saying, I know all that insider stuff, and it's not good, none of it. And then they were calling him out for everything they've done for 100 years in Wall Street, calling him out, throwing him to the wall, throwing him to the media clowns, right? Oh, he's the problem. Yeah, whatever. And then stole $4 billion from the man. Think about that. They extorted $4 billion of you and I's money from the man. I'm just saying, they're the good guys. Wait a minute, those are the good guys. Oh, okay, I got it. It's like I hear this channel. I heard, man, I'm on it now. This guy said the other day on a channel, oh, well, yeah, I think that's great. They really need to control those people that are mining Bitcoin, and they should really put a stop to it because of the green. And I'm thinking to myself, man, slippery slope, brother. That is a really slippery slope, because he has a big channel, a really big channel, and he was throwing Bitcoin under the bus. And I was like, okay, all right, check. I remember you now. I've seen your show before. I got it. So 5 years from now, when everybody's made a ton of money and their lives are changed because of Bitcoin, you'll still be taking credit for it, right? When you were telling everybody to get out of it because the government's against it, that's exactly what he was telling everybody. You should sell your Bitcoin now because the government's coming after the miners. I was like, dude, you're that naive, and you have that many subscribers? That guy had 100,000. I was just like, Do you guys remember? Now I'm really blowing my horn here. Do you guys remember about a year ago, 2 years ago, all these YouTube channels that were in crypto, and they were all come out and they're like, "I'm selling my whole bag." You guys remember that? Like, I swear to God, you guys got to remember that. 2 years ago,
my whole bag. I'm out.
yeah, I'm out, man. You sold at the bottom, did you? Oh, you're sharp, are you? Yeah, they had hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and these guys were just selling. And I'm like, shouldn't you be telling everybody to be buying? There's blood in the streets. You know, the Steve's, what's his name? FTX got aced, and everyone's like, you should get out of crypto. I've sold all my coins. Unbelievable, man. Yeah. But people, follow the lemming right over the cliff. Yeah.
Yeah, Professor. You can use decentralized exchanges for most any crypto you want. We don't need centralized exchanges that want your info. God bless. And Caleb Brown will not send 1099s. That's well said, my friend. Yep. That's beautiful. That's good news.
Now, 1090 or Caleb Brown is not cheap, but they're honest. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point, Joanna. Bought and paid for subs.
Yeah, probably. Who knows?
We had an opportunity to do that, and I think the conversation with us lasted about 20 seconds. We were like, "Yeah, we're not clowns. We're not going to Clown Town,
Yeah.
No. We know what that looks like, and it doesn't look good.
The circus is what I like to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You rock, Wayne.
Yeah. Wayne's going to be in Vegas. Wayne may or may not be the person I was talking about that wants to talk to Uphold.
Mm-hmm.
May or may not be.
Can't stop crypto, and they know it.
No, they can't stop crypto.
No. They don't want the sheeple sniffing the hole in the fence.
No. And
it is what it is.
I used to say this a lot in my shows. Crypto is the answer to tyranny. And they understand that. They understand, decentralization and Web3 means the end of their tyranny to some degree, or at least puts a giant hole in it,
Yeah. We're making it harder to lie. And that is everything. They're calling us money launderers.
Right.
I went off about this last week. The money launderers are calling me and you money launderers because we like to trade on blockchain. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
The hypocrisy, the frustration. Idiots. Right. They're Clown Town.
It is Clown Town.
It's not even worth getting upset about. It's just not. It's fine. In the end, it will be, the wants and the desires of people. If that's to run on the hamster wheel, then we'll run on the hamster wheel longer. If it's to create systems of trade and freedom for ourselves, which is what it is for a lot of us, then we'll continue to grow it. That's just how the world works.
Yeah. Nice. Joanna just posted Christine Lagarde. The whole thing about what they're trying to do, we already know this. They're trying to get everybody to get into that global CBDC. But let's remember, she's a criminal, been found guilty in her own country, France, and she had to leave her own nation to become higher up
Yeah.
Promoted for
Promotion.
being a crook. Like,
Mhm.
man, it's just after a while, you just listen to these people, you're like, good Lord, how is it? It's just because the media will never tell you anything real about these people. They just inflate them up to be that, oh, you got to trust these people, right?
Mhm.
They're all just thieves. And it's sad, but it's the system, and the system is being threatened right now. Yeah. Yeah, they are all criminals.
Mhm.
It's sad. I mean, I kind of understand. Like, it's really hard for me to put myself in their shoes, but I heard the greatest explanation the other day. I'm going to share it with you because I'm a boating guy. Like, it's like they're all in a yacht. God, I forgot who was saying this. I was really put it really well. It was a CIA agent being interviewed. Okay, and he said, okay, these politicians and bankers and people that run the system the way it is currently, they're like all on a yacht. And they know that on the yacht, they can have or do or get away with anything they want. They can have anything they want. Just stay on the yacht. But if you buck the system and get off the yacht and side with the people, they're going to attack you. All the people in the yacht are going to attack them. So they've gotten enslaved by the system to stay on the boat and don't spread out. Don't get stupid on us now. You have everything you want because you've reached the position of politician or banker or global banker or central banker. And you have all the privilege and you can have anything you want because the system is built upon you. But as soon as you start to go outside of that thing, all bets are off. In fact, you might get assassinated. You might slip on a banana peel and, land with a shotgun in the back of your head accidentally. So that's the boat they're in. Whether or not they want to be on that yacht now isn't even in their control. A lot of them. They're just on it because of blackmail, because of other things, and how they got stuck on the yacht. They have to stay there, and it's not the worst place in the world to be, but it's not honest, and they understand it. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Hope that made sense. Yeah, we posted OG's channel on there earlier.
I just reposted the name.
I want to check it out.
Yeah.
He
wants to do a video on what we can do on the AMM. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We talked about that last weekend.
Yeah, last live show, and then we posted a link on Zach's breakdown of it and the article that he was going off of. If you want to check that out, OG. Sounds like you're already running though, so continue the jog.
Becky,
we want to see that video, bro.
Becky, we have an X account. We're just never on it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We got to see about spaces. We still want to do that with all of you.
Yeah.
We want to hear your voices and talk to you because that's going to be fun for all of us. So.
Yeah, Joanna will post our X account down there. I'm just not on it that much. I find X really negative, so I don't really play that. I try not to play that game, but I'd like to get on there more often. Maybe dedicate an hour of my day, but I just don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Joanna, put our X account up there.
It's pretty. I want to say it's just the Staple Crew. You can find it.
I think it is just the Staple Crew. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not on there enough to make a difference, really. But maybe you are, Brent.
Yeah, I've started to enjoy it. I found our crypto people in it, and followed them, and then that's my news feed, and
yeah,
kind of, what we'd be talking about with each other in Vegas anyway, and so it's kind of fun. Nice message, Sean. I'm gonna
Yeah,
echo
thanks.
that one. I just wanted to say to all the crew, I really appreciate being around people discussing what we discuss, freedom of thought, and no negative drama. Thank you guys for being unique in this space. That
Thank you,
is
brother.
so well put, man.
Yeah. Sean
I
was in a
really,
Buddhist temple in the middle of
in the middle of you're cutting out, Dad. A Buddhist temple right in the middle of Daytona.
I just had some serious lightning here. It might be time to get off.
Yeah, you literally cut out for like 10 seconds there. We couldn't hear you.
That was lightning.
I've
Like
got a flood warning for our town right now. Flash flood warning.
Yeah.
That's how California is getting, man. San Diego got clobbered, Dad. Bad flooding. Bad. Yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, really a bummer.
Oh, thanks, Becky. I can't make any promises, but I'll try and be on X more often. I will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll go on there and post more. I'll try to post weekly on there. Joanna's been good about reposting video links for us. We appreciate that. But we'll have to write and add some, post some stuff. It's just news, you know. We're just not news people.
Yeah.
Look at us. We're not the news.
I just like to, when I get information, I know this sounds weird, but I either resonate with it and it works for me, or I listen to it and I'm just like, I want to talk about that. Even if it's the number one topic of the day and it doesn't resonate with me, I'm not talking about the subject matter. I'm talking about the vibration I get from it. I don't want to be part of it. I just can't. And X seems to follow whatever the vibe of the day is or vibe of the hour. And so that's why I don't follow it much. I know it's a cop out, but it's the one I'm using. Yeah.
Yeah, stay safe this week, everybody. It's supposed to be another about 4 days of this. So it's coming to a theater near you. It does snow at my dad's farm. I've only ever seen a couple inches, maybe at the most. It's not obnoxious there.
No.
Which is nice.
Where Brent and I used to live, it snows like a bad dog. I mean,
yeah, it's supposed to snow 5 feet in my hometown this week. I'm driving there on Thursday.
At least 5 feet.
Oh boy.
We lived in a ski resort where it's not uncommon to get 600 inches a year.
Yeah.
Like that happens 2 or 3 times a decade. You know, and a normal snowfall year is 350, Brent, 350 to 400 inches a year. So
I think we have the record in North America. For,
seriously.
Ski resort. Yeah, I think it was last year.
It was last year, I think.
I think it was last year.
Like 630 or 20 inches.
It was just so much snow. Just an unbelievable amount of. Yeah, the base is like 60 feet on the mountain. 60 feet high, just powdered snow that starts compacting. It's crazy. Hey, thank you, Alice Pond. Dad, you're cutting out on me. Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Brent, I'm getting some thunder and lightning here.
Yeah.
Not that that's a big deal. It's not a big deal, but evidently my star.
Nice. Cody's got his kit ready. All right, yeah, we're gonna hop off this. It's been 2 hours. Wish you all a wonderful Sunday. Thank you so much for being here with us. I wasn't feeling chatty today. Luckily, my dad always is, which I love. And so are all of you. Love the comments. Love seeing you all. It's one of my favorite times of the entire week, is to be in here with you. And so much love. Everybody stay safe. Be safe traveling this week. And we'll catch you on the next one. Dad and I are talking about doing one on Super Bowl Sunday. I'll be at home, so I'll see if I can get in there and get a good setup. But I think Dad will definitely do one for y'all. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody. Hoofty, it's good to see you in here. Crypto Professor, love you, brother. Keep being an amazing dad. I love talking to you and hearing from you, man. So anytime. Brent, always, us Brents are always loving guys, aren't we? We're all about it. OG Mac, I'm going to your channel right now. It's done. You got another sub, and I'm writing comments, and I'm hitting like and subscribe, and I'm going to be writing to all the other people to do the same thing, doing all that. I'm going to be a good, annoying, loving presence in there. Becky, Sean, thank you both so much for all the awesome comments today. Northern, man, bro, I can't wait to meet you in Vegas. I really can't wait. We're gonna hang out, dude. Poolside, wherever. Kaleidoscope made it in. Good to see you. Crypto AI, sorry you just got in here. But this uploads as soon as we turn it off. So if you want to check out the live on there. Dad put out a couple videos this week, and then we put out 2 more. We put out a crypto one, and then we put out kind of an inspirational spiritual one on our Patreon, because we love to do that stuff. And we love to share the love. All right, everybody. Good to see you all. Have a wonderful day and week.